guys. So welcome to my first Periscope. I'm just gonna wing it. So today I wanted to talk to you. I actually have a challenge group starting for the 21 Day Fix this coming Monday, and I thought that this would be a great way to share some tips with anybody who is starting anytime soon or has it sitting in the package, waiting for to start it. Doesn't really know where to start. You might not have anybody guiding you or a coach or anything, so I just kind of wanted to let you know what has worked for me, because I know that if it works for one person, then it will probably work for other people as well. So let's get started. So if you have it, you probably have already looked through the nutrition guide. You want to start by looking through the different foods that you're allowed to eat for each container. You want to start figuring out, how to meal plan and meal prep, which I'll get into later. And then you want to look at the what container tier you're going to be in based on your activity level, your starting weight, and your goals. So if you want to lose weight, then you're going to be in one set of containers. And if you want to maintain, then you're going to be in another. It also has to do with the level of intensity of the workouts that you're going to be doing. So if you're just doing the 21 Day Fix workouts, then you're going to just stick with what the nutrition guide in Autumn tells you to do. But if you're going to do more intense workouts like Insanity or let's see what's also really popular these days, a really intense cycle class or Orange Theory classes are way more intense. Anything that's really longer than 30 minutes and is intense cardio or intense weightlifting, you're going to want to speak with someone about how to change up your containers a little bit just to make sure that you're still fueling your body properly. But all right, in terms of meal planning and meal prepping, and your freebie list. So your freebie list is a list of spices and herbs and mustards, vinegars, anything that doesn't really have any calories in it. And then one thing that I consider that I don't think that will harm your results at all is honey. And I use honey as a sweetener, along with like a vanilla extract to sweeten my yogurts. And then I also think that at least 8 ounces, or not at least, just 8 ounces of unsweetened almond or coconut milk each day in your Shakeology is not going to make a difference in your results. It makes your Shakeology that much better and more delicious, so I don't think that will harm your results at all, but only like a yellow container of it a day. And that can go in either your coffee or your Shakeology. But don't do it in both, so only one a day. Also, I know that everybody loves having their glass of wine at night. If you want to see the best results, you're gonna need to cut that out and only have it, one night a week when you're having your treat or your splurge. But if you need to wean yourself back because you're just so used to having it at night and you don't want to go cold turkey, try and do every other day. And when you have that extra glass of wine, then, you're probably consuming at least 100, 200 extra calories each day from just that one glass, because we know we all usually overpour. So you're going to want to add in some extra cardio the next day. You can pop in, the extra bonus DVD that you should have received, Plyo Fix, or you can do something with Beachbody On Demand. It's totally up to you. But just do a little bit extra cardio so that you have the counter effect of that wine that you had last night. And then, all right, so my favorite, meal planning and meal prepping and like doing your whole grocery haul. So I like to think of my week in terms of A and B days. So A days are usually my Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. B days are usually Tuesday and Thursdays. And I'll eat the same meals throughout the day on the A days and the B days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll tend to eat the same meals. And Tuesday, Thursdays, I'll tend to eat the same meals. It makes life so much easier. You don't have to deal with a gazillion ingredients. And it just makes it a lot easier to remember what you're going to be eating throughout the week. So like, for example, an A day will be eggs and sweet potato in the morning with some greens. And then for a snack, it'll be like an apple, And then for lunch, I'll have a homemade burrito bowl. And then another snack would be some carrots and hummus. And then at night would be zoodles and meatballs. This is I'm just throwing it out there that would be like a typical day for me meal-wise. And then B days, I'll try to use those same ingredients so that I can really get the most out of my money for the week when it comes to grocery shopping. So if I had the burrito bowl one day, then I would still use that quinoa and transfer it into like a Mediterranean type chicken bowl. And in the morning I would do egg oatmeal. And if you've never had egg oatmeal, then it's life changing. It doesn't change the flavor of the oatmeal at all. Just the eggs make it fluffier and kind of like thicker, and it's just, I don't know, try it. All you do is you have oatmeal, you cook it on the stove, or you can do it in the microwave, but it's better on the stove. And you start cooking the oatmeal, and then you just crack 2 eggs in there and just like stir away. And then you just add it with your normal oatmeal toppings, and it's delicious. But yeah, so that like egg oatmeal for breakfast, and then the Mediterranean quinoa bowl, and then for dinner would just be roasted veggies and like a little piece, like a hamburger or something. Since I had zoodles and meatballs the day before, I was still trying to use that ground beef that I used for the meatballs in another meal. So it's really about making the most of your grocery haul for the week. And so that's why meal planning is so important, so that you don't go to the store and have no idea what you're like going to eat this week. So you just grab everything and put it into your cart. You have no idea what you're going to do with it. You don't have a complete meal at the end of it once you get home and start making stuff. And then you just wasted money, or things sit in your fridge because you thought that you would use them and you don't. And then you end up wasting food and money, which, it's never good. So yeah, when it comes to grocery shopping, always stick to the perimeter of the grocery store, because that's where all of the fresh food is going to be, the food that has the least amount of chemicals in it. Everything on the inside is usually junk, chips and cereals and just things that you don't really want to be putting into your body. And because the 21 Day Fix is all about fueling your body with nutrient-dense foods, you want to make sure that the foods that you're putting into your body come as close from the farm as possible. If you have the ability to shop at the farmer's market, then that's amazing. You should do that anytime you can. But if not, seek out the freshest produce in the supermarket. So with my clients, I give them a spreadsheet to help them meal plan and figure out, it's got some formulas in it so that it tiers out their containers by the day, and once they've used their containers, it tells them. But if you don't have this, I would be more than happy to send it to you. My email address is hannahrosecoaching@gmail.com if you want that. But let's see, what else? Honey's a freebie, 8 ounces, won't really harm you. Okay, so meal prepping. So once you've done your grocery haul for the week, I like to think, like I was saying earlier, with the A and B days, I like to think of my meals, instead of as like complete whole meals, I think of them as components. So with the zoodles, I have zucchini and zoodles and meatballs, I have zucchini and ground beef. So how else can I use those 2 ingredients throughout the rest of the week? So the ground beef you can turn into little hamburger patties and use some mustard, and that's, you're good to go with that. And then with the zucchini, instead of spiralizing it for zoodles, you can just chop it up, throw it on the grill, or roast it in the oven, and you've got something that looks and tastes completely different. So you're not getting bored with the same meal every day. And with quinoa, so what I like to do with things that I'm going to have big batches of is I just like grains, and then like grilled chicken. I just make a huge batch of it and season it right before I eat it, instead of like making a huge batch of lemon garlic chicken, or chicken with taco seasoning. I just make grilled chicken plain, and then I'll leave it in the fridge, and then right before I'm going to eat it, then I'll use that seasoning on it. That way I get way more out of it. I have way more variety and diversity in how I can use that ingredient. Same with the quinoa. So if I'm going to be using it for the burrito bowl, then I'll do the big batch plain, and then I'll wait until right before I eat it to season it with some lime and cilantro. And then if I use it for the Mediterranean quinoa bowl, then I'll season it with a little bit of lemon and maybe some like lemon pepper, or just, salt and pepper. But it's a great way to get more out of your ingredients, is to think of ways that you can use them in different meals, but in ways that you're not going to get bored. Because I know a lot of people struggle with wanting to meal prep and plan because they are afraid that they're going to get bored of these same meals every single day. But you don't have to eat the same meals every single day if you just think of new ways to use the same ingredients. Other than that, my tips for the 21-day fix are just, do your best every single day. It's not about being perfect. No one is perfect. You shouldn't ever strive to be perfect, because you're just setting yourself up to fail. You should strive to just be the best version of you every single day. And you should work on doing those small daily improvements in your life. The things that seem so boring and inconsequential are the things that make the biggest difference in the long run. So just getting in your workout, drinking your Shakeology, and trying to stick to your containers as best as possible are going to be what help you create lifelong habits and a balanced, healthy life. I love my treats and my wine. I mean, I make cupcakes for a living, so obviously I love sweets, but I know that when it comes to my nutrition, I need to seriously dial it in, because these containers are what work. I mean, I've never seen anything like it before in the health and fitness world. These containers are little, like, the magic pieces of the puzzle, and it's amazing the things that they can do for you in your routine and in your life. And if you stick with them, you will see the same results as so many other people have seen with this program. But yeah, it's never about being perfect. It's always about doing the best that you can with the time that you have. So with that, I guess I will peace out. Bye, guys.